Hi, it's Stuart here, classical record collector. I also sell records, and I don't just collect classical records. I also trying to build up a good collection of notable albums from the 70s, pop and rock, punk even, as you'll see in a moment. So I've been on my travels. I've been to Nottingham and I've been to Newark in Nottinghamshire. I'm back in Scotland where I live. So let me just go through what I bought, where I bought it from. Okay, well, first of all, Newark. So I usually drive north after the weekend on a Monday, and I've stopped in Newark before. There's a record shop there. I think it's called Vinyl Attraction. It's near the church in the centre, and unfortunately on Mondays they're closed. So I came back on Saturday this time by accident, not specifically to visit this shop, but I remembered that they're open on a Saturday but not on a Monday, so I decided to stop by in Newark, do some charity shops, and also have a look in Vinyl Attraction. All right, well, I did some charity shops and I did quite well in the charity shops, but I also went into Vinyl Attraction, and let me just say that it's a positive review. I think it's a good record shop. It's very well laid out. The new albums, in other words, those that are brand new, mint albums that are selling for 35, 40 pounds or whatever, they are kept well and truly separate from all the used merchandise. So I went straight for the second-hand pop and rock, and in particular, I went for the £6 items. They've got a lot of items which are £6 each, and I thought, I wonder what I'm going to find here. Maybe I'll find something good, or maybe like other shops in the £6 section, the best you can hope to find is a Carpenter's LP. Well, I've seen shops like that, and after you've gone through a couple of hundred records and the best you've found is a Carpenter's or Lena Martell LP, you don't really want to look through anymore. But I'm glad to say that this particular shop, you will find good records in the £6 section. So I went through maybe, I don't know, about 800 or 900 or so, and I could have bought more, but I'll show you what I bought. By the way, it was cash only. I don't know whether they always do cash only, but luckily I had cash on me, because I don't go into independent record stores and not take cash, because invariably they are cash only, or I'd say about 50-50. Some take cards, but I don't mind paying cash, but as a precaution, I had about £50 cash on me, so I knew I wasn't going to spend more than £50. And okay, without further ado, here's what I found. So we've got ELO Greatest Hits. What's this got on it? Evil Woman, Living Thing, Can't Get It Out of My Head, Showdown, Turn to Stone, Rockaria, which I can't remember that one. Sweet Talking Woman, Telephone Line, Mama Bell, Strange Magic, and Mr. Blue Sky. Sadly, yeah, so there are some great ELO tracks missing from here, like Don't Bring Me Down and The Diary of Horace Wimp. I expect they will be on a volume 2, so I'm really pleased to get that. £6. The condition is absolutely superb, and that's one thing that I really liked. I could tell that these guys are not putting scratch records out on display, because every time I found one I was interested in, I checked the condition. The condition was spot on. So really nice surprise, because I've looked in the £5 or £6 sections before in other shops and I've found scratched records. So really, really pleased I thought, if that's in good condition, I'm going to buy it. It is in good condition. I bought it. Really happy with that. I haven't got any other ELO LPs. I would like to have them, but in the meantime, that will keep me going. Okay, so this here, we've got The Police. I've Ghost in the Machine. I've never heard this record. I've got Regatta de Blanc, and I've got the other one, but I haven't got this. I don't know. They didn't make many albums, did they? Maybe this is the last one, 1981 it says on it. Spirits in the Material World, I know that song. Every Little Thing She Does, yeah, I know that song as well. What else has it got on it? Hungry for You, Demolition Man, Too Much Information, One World, Rehumanize Yourself, Mega Man, Secret Darkness. Okay, so it's got a couple of good hits on it, and I look forward to listening to the rest of them. So yeah, again, superb condition. You know, it's really good. Happy with the condition on that. £6. Honestly, I mean, I think I've seen that record in other shops selling for £12 to £15. So, and here we are, Blondie Auto American. I'm collecting the Blondie LPs. Big fan of Blondie, or at least vintage era Blondie. And I've got Plastic Letters. I've got Eat to the Beat. Now I've got Auto American. I need two more. I need Blondie the album. I need the iconic Parallel Lines, and I've got the whole lot. They also had in the £6 section Deaf, Dumb and Blonde and Cuckoo, Debbie Harry. I didn't buy them. Actually, I tell a lie. No, they weren't in the £6 section. I think if they had been, I probably would have bought them. No, they were in another section where I bought this. Yeah, I remember now. They were with the Blondie LPs, and I think they were about £10 or thereabout. And I thought, I've sort of heard Deaf, Dumb and Blonde and Cuckoo on YouTube, and I'm not too impressed. Maybe I'll change my mind, but yeah, I like that album a lot. So there we are. That's what I bought. I had a chat with the owner on the way out, because I asked him, do you have any classical? And he was a bit surprised, actually. I said, oh, classical, and you're buying Blondie? Well, yeah, I mean, I'm 61 years old, and that's the era I grew up in. And I was a Blondie fan. I'm still a Blondie fan. I'm a Queen fan. Oh yeah, Queen. When I was there, they were playing, I know I've moaned in the past about I don't like music being played in a shop, but they played it really low level. I thought it was completely reasonable. And they played one of my favorite records from Queen, the album, Seven Seas of Rhye. Oddly enough, I found Queen, the album. I think it was about £12. Maybe I should have bought it. The only reason I didn't buy it is because the jacket was a little bit too worn and tatty for my liking. If I'm going to have a, album like Queen, I want it to be, I would have paid £20 probably for an absolutely superb copy. But yeah, so I decided not to bother with it. Actually, they had Queen 2 as well. That was about £16. But again, the cover was very tatty. So yeah, really good shop. Vinyl Attraction in Newark. I do recommend it. They've got no issues with you checking the vinyl before you buy. And I mean, when I check the vinyl, I find a part of the shop where the light comes in, and I hold it at an angle. I really want to see if there are going to be any faults before I buy. They've got no problems with that. Remember my nightmare in Aberdeen where I was told not to open records and check the condition. So no, none of that. It was a really good shop, and very busy as well, by the way. A lot of people in on a Saturday. Just as a side note, in Newark, somebody told me there was a record fair in the Guildhall. I didn't even bother going in, because every time I go into a record fair, all the prices are sky high. So I didn't have much time in Newark, and I decided to go to the Shopman's charity shops rather than go into a record fair and waste my time there. I went where I thought prices would be better. Okay, so let me just show you what I got from the charity shops. Okay, now this is a combination of charity shops I visited in Nottingham and in Newark. So let's just go through the pop that I got first of all. So these are all £1 each, by the way. Saturday Night Fever in excellent condition. This was from a Newark shop near Asda. There are two shops near us in central Newark in Asda. I can't believe I got this. Yeah, I mean, I know it's not really that rare, but in great condition as well. It's an iconic album. It's the sort of thing I'm collecting from the 70s. They had this as well, the Bee Gees. Yeah, there's the Bee Gees. It's even got a I hope that's not a double album, by the way. I hope it's a single album. Oh, that's the inner sleeve. That's the inner sleeve for the record, and there's the record. Yeah, so that was in really great condition. Okay. Yep, Bee Gees. spirits having flown. I don't even know that. I only know a few of the Bee Gees' main hits, like Tragedy and Massachusetts, and oh, I can't even remember any of the other ones. There are yeah, forget it anyway. So yeah, I got that, £1. I'll just go through the classical that I picked up from one of the charity shops. Animals in Music, on World of Great Classics, Brahms Symphony No. 2, Pierre Monteux on Eclipse, that's a natural stereo. Schumann, all four symphonies on a double album on Pi, that's with Adrian Bolt conducting. I'm really pleased with that because I like the Schumann symphonies and it's nice to have them on a double album. That's with the London Philharmonic. Die Walküre, that's on a living stereo. A Shaded Dog, that's American, and that's just the highlights, but still I'm quite happy with that. Schubert Symphony No. 9, Scholti on a digital Decca, that's in really good condition. This is a strange one that I bought. It's Offenbach, that's £1. I bought it principally because it's a German issue. Yeah, it's a German issue. It's got a lot of notes inside it. It's like a booklet, you know, and I just thought it was really interesting and unusual. Of course, I don't read German, and I mean, actually, my partner's Austrian, so if I want to, I could get her to translate it for me, but I probably won't. But oddly enough, in that album is a 10-inch long player in mono. I mean, it's crazy. Why did I buy that? Just because it's unusual and the record's in excellent condition. It's really crazy. I thought there would at least be a 12-inch record at the end of it, but there isn't. Just a 10-inch record. It's got the overture and a few arias on it from Orpheus in the Underworld and the Tales of Hoffmann. And the overture is La Pericole. Yeah, so there we are. I mean, Offenbach's a French composer, isn't he? And yet, you know, that's a German issue by the looks of it. For £1, I thought I might as well have that. It's just so unusual. That's not unusual. Saint-Saëns, Barenboim. But I haven't got the Organ Symphony, so I thought that would be okay to have. It's an English pressing, by the way. It's not even German. Swan Lake, Leonard Bernstein, highlights. I haven't got that. I haven't got that particular record, so I thought I'd have it. Oh yeah, these are in Nottingham. This is from the Oxfam shop in Sherwood. Now I paid £3 for that. £3. Can you believe it? Sorry, this isn't from the Oxfam shop. It's just from one of the charity shops who priced some of their classical records at £3. Some of them were laughable, but this one actually for £3, I thought would have it. It's a stereo Telefunken, and I'm quite pleased with it, even at £3. It's some of Beethoven's work on original instruments, authentic instruments. Some of his works from the 1790s. Trio for piano, clarinet, and cello. Sonata for piano and horn. Quintet for oboe, 3 horns, and bassoon. Allegro and minuet for 2 flutes in C major. Yeah, so these were all composed in the 1790s. Quite early works. I don't know, £3. I don't mind paying £3 for a record like that. That's unusual. I'd rather have that for £3 than 10 DGs that I've seen 100 times before for £3. Do you know what I mean? It's unusual. I'm a collector and I like unusual high quality records. Okay, so Schumann, Horowitz, I've not got that. I think it's a historic performance live, I think, from about 1960 or so. So yeah, is that stereo? It is stereo, yeah. So I'm pleased with that. Kreisleriana, and yeah, that's a good one. Okay, it's funny, I was talking about I wouldn't buy 10 for £3. Well, here's one. Karajan Tchaikovsky's Symphony No. 6, Pathétique. It's an English pressing. Yeah, I paid £1 for it. Stupid, really, isn't it? But I haven't got these. No. 5. It's a shame I couldn't get No. 4, isn't it? I'd like to have No. 4 just to complete the set of the 3 great Tchaikovsky symphonies. Personally, in my opinion, Tchaikovsky Symphonies 1, 2, and 3, not worth listening to. I hate to say it. I'm going to make a lot of people angry out there for saying it. But 4, 5, and 6. It's the same story with Dvorak. His 3 last symphonies are absolute masterpieces. 7, 8, and 9, as they're known. And the earlier symphonies, in my opinion, barely worth listening to. Many will disagree. Okay, I've got something here that really pleased me. I'll show you what it is. Beethoven, the Halle with James Loughran. So this is from an Oxfam shop in Nottingham, and I went in and I saw this, and yeah, it's an ASV, and there are seven LPs. It's got the original insert booklet, and it's £5, £4.99. I've checked them one at a time, and I'm not joking. They're all in absolutely mint condition. Every single side is in absolutely pristine condition for £4.99. I had to come back, in fact, because their machine wasn't working. So I went to another shop. Actually, it's in the Arnold area of Nottingham. There's a shop there called Vinyl Destination. It's not a bad shop. I've been in there before. His prices are reasonable. But would you believe it? He's the reason I went there on that day. He was on holiday and he wasn't back until Saturday. So I didn't get to Vinyl Destination, which was disappointing. But I'm really pleased that I'd got that ASV set recorded in 1977. So, okay. Okay, so I visited a shop in Nottingham. I've been there before. I can't remember the name of the shop, but it's off the Market Square, and it's on the same sort of narrow street that the snooker club is on, and Wetherspoons. So I can't remember the name of the shop. It's crazy. But yeah, so I went in. They're not bad, actually. That's not a bad shop. Again, they've got a section. If you go in on the left, that's where all the good records are. You look through there, all your 70s and 80s records are there, all the rock, progressive rock, all the better stuff is there, and everything is more or less in pretty good condition. So, and the prices are not bad, frankly. All these cost me £3 or £4 each. So let's go through them. Squeeze, East Side Story. I like Squeeze. I really like their Up the Junction. I think it's a brilliant single, and I don't really know Squeeze that well, so I'm looking forward to listening to that. The jacket's a little bit torn at the front, but the record is in absolutely superb condition. Yeah, I bet a lot of you are thinking I should probably change the name of my channel, you know, because I'm buying so many pop and rock now. But yeah, I'm still primarily a classical collector, and I just happen to buy, you know, I'm trying to build up a good collection of 70s and 80s LPs that interest me from my youth when I was growing up. So yeah, that was about £3 or £4. Can't remember how much exactly. The Pipes of Peace, Paul McCartney, that was £4. It's a gatefold, and it's in good condition. Yeah, so I was pleased with that one. That's in great condition. I mean, the jacket's superb. I've looked up a lot of these. A lot of these sell on eBay for about £5 or £6 plus the shipping. So I'm not getting any great bargains, but really, when you can go in and check the condition for yourself and buy these for £3 or £4 each, it's the sort of thing that gets me going into these shops. If they were like £8 each, it wouldn't be so good. It wouldn't be really as interesting. Okay, there is one album I would like. I like the Paul McCartney song. Is it Coming Up? I can't remember. I think so. I was hoping that would be on it, but it isn't. It must be on another album. Okay, talking about McCartney, we've got Wings at the Speed of Sound. Yeah, so I don't recognize any of these songs. No, I don't recognize any of those songs. Again, great condition. And yeah, I'm happy with that. Here we are, the Bee Gees again, Volume 2. Melody Fair, My World, Let There Be Love. I don't know any of these. Lonely Days. I think I know that one. Morning of My Life, Run to Me, Man for All Seasons, Alive. That's not Staying Alive, is it? No, that must be something different. So that must be sort of earlier, the Bee Gees. So yep, again, that was about £3, 3 or 4. Got another couple of Status Quo LPs, £4 a piece. Very good condition. Okay, I also saw this, The Great Rock and Roll Swindle, double album, iconic Sex Pistols album, which, to be honest with you, I've never seen in any record shop. Maybe I didn't dig. I probably just didn't dig. I can't believe it's that unusual. The Great Rock and Roll Swindle. That was up for £20, right? And I looked at that. It's in great condition. The only thing that's missing is, I didn't realize this, but there's a white insert. I don't know whether it's got the lyrics on it, but looking on eBay later, I found out there's a white insert. So that's missing, which is disappointing, but you know, I can live with that. There are people selling it with the white insert for about £35 on eBay. So, okay, that was 20 quid. So what I did was, I tried to bargain, which I always do. If I think it's warranted, I go into shops. So I picked these and I took these to the counter. I said, look, I've got a proposition for you guys. There was two guys behind the counter. There was a white dude in his 40s and there was a black dude who was sitting down in his probably late 20s. I said, look, I'll buy all these off you. I'll pay the price on them if you give me that for £15, right? So I tried to bargain a fiver off on that. And I thought they would just say, yeah, no problem, that's fine. I mean, I've been into shops and spent 25 quid and they've knocked a fiver off. So I didn't think it was too big a deal. I mean, if I paid the full price here for everything, then it would have been £47, right? So I suppose I'm sort of asking for 10% discount. Well, they kind of shrugged their shoulders, and the black dude said, "No," he said, £5 too much off that. I said, "Well, come on, guys. You know, I mean, look, I'm buying those off you as well. It's not a bad sale for you." He said, "Well, we're just a small business, and actually every penny counts to us." I could sort of see the point. I had half a mind to say, "Well, I'll leave the Great Rock and Roll Swindle." That was on the tip of my tongue, but you know, I kind of thought I'll pay 20 quid for that. I'll pay 20. I know if I come away, because it's in such good condition. The record's absolutely superb condition. And I know that the next time I see that, it's going to have marks on it. Yeah, I would have paid 20 quid for it. And I kind of shrugged my shoulders and sort of grimaced a bit, just sort of doing my bargaining act. And then the black dude said, "I'll tell you what, I'll give you 3 quid off." And I said, "Done." So that was it. Yeah, I mean, fancy bargaining 3 quid like that and making a big fuss about it. But anyway, that's what I did. But I'll be back. I'll be back to the place. So that's it, really. That's everything that I bought. I'm no great fan of the Sex Pistols, but it's such an iconic album. I just thought I had to have it in my collection. I did listen to it, listen to one side today. Okay, thank you very much. And yeah, I've had a good time buying. So that's about it. I'll look forward to your comments. Bye for now.